All right, so you may have had a Facebook party, you may have had an in-home demo. I have, they may have gone really well, they may not have gone as well, but one way or the other, you're looking for new ideas on how to make sales. And I've got a few ideas for you that you can use, especially if you need to get out of your immediate network of family and friends, because you can deepen your relationship with them, but heck, if you get somebody and they're buying a lot of cosmetics from you and a lot of skincare, they're probably going to sign up to be a distributor. That's a great thing. But you always need to be finding new customers and new people for your pipeline. So there's a few ways that you can do that. And the first one is wowing on the go. Now, wowing on the go is wearing stripes on the back of your hand, which I'm just now realizing I don't have on because I haven't gone anywhere today. Okay, yeah, I haven't left my house today, so I didn't put my stripes on. But generally what that means is you're going to take 3 colors or so, and you're just going to like put a layer down of 1 color, 2 colors, 3 color, second layer, third layer. Follow the application instructions, make some stripes on the back of your hand. They don't have to be perfect or whatever. And you just put the stripes on the back of your hand. And so then you have business cards in your bag. You have lookbooks with your info written on them or stickers. You have testers with you. And if you're really prepared to do business, you have collections already made up with a tips card in a little bag of the testers. So if you have a Napa tester, you have a Napa kit. You have a Mojave tester, you have a Mojave kit. And they're ready to go, and they've got the application tips with them. And you've got, your card swiper with you, and you are ready to do business on the go. And here's how this goes down. So you're at the grocery store and you're like wear some jingly bracelets or whatever and use your left hand and you're reaching for everything with the left hand, and somebody will eventually ask you like, hey, what's all over your hand? Were you swatching lip colors at the store? And you're like, oh no, girl, it's Lip Sense. Look, it's amazing. It's lipstick that doesn't come off. It's magic. Have you tried it? And they're like, oh yeah, I love Lip Sense. I have some. And you're like, great, girl. I love that too. Be sure to let your distributor know I said hi. Whatever. Don't steal people's customers. But if they say, no, I haven't heard of Lip Sense, or I bought one at a vendor show a long time ago, I really want to know how to reorder it. You're like, girl, I cannot believe you've never heard of Lip Sense. This was amazing. Look, it doesn't come off. Like I put this on at 8 o'clock this morning. Look at how amazing my lips are. All I have to put on is gloss whenever I feel like it. Awesome. So you let them try the product if they want to try it and make a sale. Like go ahead and make a sale. Suggest a color from them out of their bag that you have, and then make sure that you get their information. So on the front of your lookbook, you are going to put a blank sticky note. And on the back of your lookbook, you're going to put your information on there. So they have your distributor ID, they have your phone number, they have your email address, they have your Facebook group name, whatever it is, your website, and all that's on the back. And when you go to hand them that lookbook, you're like, hey girl, let me get your phone number. I'm going to text you with my contact information so you've got it. Or give me your phone number. I'm going to text you the next time I have a party. Or I'm going to text you the next time I have a promotion. Like you don't have to have a sale. I don't really, you don't really need to do sales. Just call it a promotion. I'll text you next time I have a promotion. And they're like, okay, because texting feels safe. So you're like, I just need your first name and your phone number. And so you get their phone number and you follow up with them and you text them. And you can do that whether they actually buy from you on site or not. So say they are like, no, I'm not ready. I'm going to look for some more colors. You're like, okay, great. I'm going to give you my lookbook. I'm going to get your first name and your phone number, and I'll text you some information. And they're like, okay. They'll give you their first name and your phone number, and then you follow back up with them and try to set up a demo, get them in your Facebook group, invite them to your next Facebook party that you're doing, invite them to your next home demo that you're doing if you're doing vendor events. But follow back up with them, help them find colors, or even like, hey girl, I saw this color and I thought of you. I thought it would look great. Here's Peace Pink. Does this look like colors that you usually wear? And then they'll say, yeah, that one's a lot like a color I normally wear. Or no, I normally wear neutrals. And you're like, oh, well, what about beige champagne? I think this would look amazing on you. Like, just start up that conversation. I could talk to a brick wall. I really could. But some people really don't feel that way. Like they just feel a little better about, texting and things like that. So if they're like a little non-committal and you're not prepared to do business or whatever, if you give them anything, you have got to get their info back because they're not going to follow up with you. There's like an okay chance that they might follow up with you if you've got your contact information on the back. You really do need to have that. But the chances are is it's going to fall down in the back of their car, in their trunk, or underneath their kid's car seat or wherever, and they're going to forget to follow up. And then they're going to meet some other distributor and they're going to be like, oh, I meant to buy that. And then they're going to buy from somebody else. So you need to follow up with them. So the next thing is I will do a more in-depth vendor event video, but a vendor event is a great way to expand your network because you can talk to a lot of people in a short amount of time that they're there for shopping. And I would recommend starting off with a little bit smaller event until you get the hang of things, just, for your first one, until you get the feel of it. You really have to have stock for a vendor event, unless it's like your church women's group and it's a very small event and it's people that like you can probably get away with a few testers and placing orders for those people. But at a vendor event in general, you are not going to be able to get somebody to place an order and mail it to them. So you're going to need to have stock for a vendor event. You're going to need to have like a table and tablecloth and some decorations. You need to decide how you're going to demo, if you're going to let them try it on their lips or on their hands, and then you need to plan your profit. So if you need to make $500 a day, you need to have $1,000. Let me think about this. So $500 a day on a 2-day event is $1,000 profit, which means you need $2,000 worth of stock plus whatever it costs you to do that event, because you've got to deduct expenses from that. So you need to back into how much stock you need based on how many sales you want to make. And the thing about vendor events is they're just a really good way to talk to a lot of people, and you have to be outgoing. You can't sit behind a table and expect them to come over you and talk to you. You have to stand out in front of your table and talk to every person walking by, and you're like, hey girl, have you seen magic lipstick? It doesn't come off. And they're either, and then if they say, oh, no, I'm good, you're like, oh, are you sure? Like, just, you need to be okay with rejection, be okay with no, be okay with people who are like, don't make eye contact, because some people are like that, because you will still make sales to the people who aren't like that. So that's vendor events. Hosting parties. Every single party, your goal is to book 2 parties out of that, whether it's an in-home party, whether it's a Facebook party, it doesn't matter. You want to be trying to work for 2 new parties in every party that you host. When I approach people about doing parties, if there's somebody that I know and they're part of my friends and family group, my approach is generally like, hey, I'm working really hard at my small business and it would really help me out if you could introduce me to people in your life that might like LipSense. I'd really like to set up a Facebook party with you. Could you do it like next Thursday? And I try to just kind of assume they're going to do it for me, and I make it a lot about supporting my small business, because they're like, yeah, if I go to them and I'm like, hey, you could earn a free LipSense for hosting a party with me, there's a decent chance they're going to be like, nah, it's okay, I'll just buy one. But when I say, I really need help, I'm building my small business, it would really help me a lot if you had introduced me to your friends and family by letting me have a Facebook party for you. They're like, yeah, if it's going to help your business, I would love to do that. Let's do it. We'll plan for next Thursday. If you're talking to people who are total strangers to you, like you've held that party and that person you know held a party, and then that person you didn't know held a party, and now you're like off in the weeds with people you don't know, that's when I generally am going to lead with Hostess Awards, as opposed to just helping my small business. Partner for Profit, I'm going to let you look that up in back office, but essentially that's a program where you can partner with somebody else and like they make the sales and you share the profits with them. You can do fundraisers. With fundraisers, you can partner with them and give them a portion of the proceeds. And the last thing you can do is a customer offer. And their customer offers are, I reach out to them privately and I'm like, hey girl, I am doing a bundle of LipSense where you get 2 lip colors and a gloss for this price with free shipping. And the way that you get that is by posting a testimonial on your personal page with a picture, and you tag me in it. And then I'm going to invite people to my group from your testimonial. So all you have to do is make this post for me with your picture and testimonial and tag me in it, and I'll give you a good deal on your LipSense. And because I don't do like sales, but like I only do promotions once a month, a lot of times it's not $1 off. It's like a free gift with purchase or something like that. They jump all over it. So I think that that's a great way to reach outside of your network and just to kind of keep building and kind of moving into new pockets and meeting new people. So I hope that was helpful for you. Bye.